Let's begin with the 2022 class for the Athletic Hall of Fame. Our first inductee, Greg Biekert, football 1989 to 1992. Greg lettered 4 years at inside linebacker under CU Hall of Fame coaches Bill McCartney and Brian Cabral. Was a two-time All-Big 8 performer. CU's MVP is selected by his teammates for the 1992 season. Two-time recipient of CU's Dave Jones Award as the most outstanding defensive player. Was only the second player in school history at the time to lead the team 3 straight seasons in tackles and finished his career as CU's second all-time leading tackler with 441, a number that still ranks third some 30 years later. He was the first and to date only player in school history to score a defensive extra point as he rambled 85 yards for 2 points in a 1919 tie with Nebraska on a very cold November night in 1991. Remember that one? A 7th-round selection by the Oakland Raiders in the 1993 NFL Draft, the 181st overall pick. He played 9 seasons with the Raiders before moving on to Minnesota for 2 more before retiring after the 2003 season. He racked up over 1,100 tackles in 11 NFL seasons. Ladies and gentlemen, Hall of Famer Greg Biekert.
Thank you. Thank you very. Wait, is your microphone? Why does your voice sound so much better than mine? Is it the mic? Okay, just making sure. Thank you all. I just want to say this is a great experience for me. It's very humbling to be elected into the CU Hall of Fame, following so many great Buffs that have already gotten in, and to join these people behind me on the screen and in the audience here is just amazing to me. I never would have pictured myself in this position, and I really do. I think I'm gonna, this is a recurring theme. I think Jim, Eric both stated it's all about the people that helped you get here. We can't do anything on our own. There's nothing really we can accomplish by ourselves. And, first off, here at the University of Colorado, it comes down to me getting here was Coach McCartney. I mean, he was a huge factor in me coming here, knowing his faith, knowing the type of program he ran here. I remember sitting down with my dad and going through the pros and cons of everywhere I was getting recruited, and it just came back. There were too many pros, behind CU and not enough cons. So it was an easy decision for me, and I'm glad I came here. Coach Mack was a huge influence on me in the way he really did drive you as a player and as a team. He had that knack of looking at you in a way that you knew, you could do better. He didn't have to say a whole lot. And guys really gravitated towards that. I think we really had a sense of family. I was here during the time when Sal passed away, and that whole experience, I think, really drew our team together for probably the next 4, 5, 6 years. I would say that those football teams were just very close. Coach Cabral, another Hall of Famer here, my position coach. The year he came in is when I moved from outside to inside linebacker, and I'm sure glad I did. I had a great coach, Bob Simmons, at outside play, but I was sitting behind Canavis McGee and Alfred Williams. Probably not going to see the field. So Coach Cabral, I don't know if it was him or Coach Hankowitz, but came to me and said, "Hey, would you mind moving to inside?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm all for it. If it's going to possibly get me on the field," and was able to start my sophomore year on and learned a lot from Coach Cabral. He was the best man at my wedding. It just really means a lot to me to have the relationship we have and the experiences we've had, and I appreciate all that. The other thing, people I want to really thank are my parents who are here tonight. They live, here in Berthoud. I grew up in Longmont. Really was a stretch for me to come to see you. I really had to leave home, and real brave. My older brother's here tonight with his family, his wife, and my niece. My 4 daughters, Sydney, Emily, Audrey, and our little one, Riley. Our special little one, Riley, from a couple years. We've had her for 4 years now, and just a real blessing to our entire family. My in-laws are here in the back. My great friends, Joe Garton, Hall of Famer, John Bowman, future Hall of Famer, election committee. His wife, Giselle, and my wife's sister, Kristen, her husband, Russ, and my nephew, Cameron. I think that's my son-in-law, Sam, my Emily's boyfriend, Ben. I think that's about it. But last but not least, my wife, Shauna, for sticking through with me. We started dating as sophomores in high school at Longmont High School, and through college. She was a CU grad. She came here a semester before I did. She says I followed her here, and she couldn't get rid of me. But and then all through playing after that, I really, in my professional career, playing for the Raiders and the Vikings, really took a lot of what I learned here at CU from not only the coaching staffs but other players, watching people play, seeing how they approach the game. Really was embedded in me in the way I looked at that career. It was a fun time, but I just want to say thank you, go Buffs, and I appreciate everything.